Everyone, good day, Doc Earl. We are Group 1 presenting you our topic, Mandatory Access Control, or also known as MAC. My name is Kira Janine Armatulak, with the other members, Afable, Rosas, Lescano, and Sombrador. So these are the common types of access control, which are mandatory access control, discretionary access control, role-based access control, rule-based access control, and attribute-based access control. But for today, we're going to tackle about the mandatory access control, or also known as the MAC.
To start things off, here is a definition of mandatory access control, or also known as MAC. It is a security model where resource access is centrally controlled by a static policy. Regardless of user wishes, in MAC, users and data are assigned security labels, and access decisions are made based on the comparison of these labels according to the defined rules. And this is the method of security that focuses on safeguarding information by connecting access privileges with the system data and users directly. Regardless of the user's desire, it seeks to minimize risk of enforcing strict restriction of who can access or change sensitive resources based on formal security labels. In short, mandatory access control or MAC is a system where fixed rules fixed rules control who can access information, not the users themselves. That's all.
So good evening, everyone. I'm here to discuss the next slide, which is the role of mandatory access control. Mandatory access control plays an important role in securing sensitive information by implementing strict and centralized access policy that even the user cannot control. Unlike other types of access control like discretionary, where users can give permissions to everyone, MAC is different in that it ensures that only the individual who has the appropriate clearance can have access permission to the information, making it suitable for high security environment like government and military. So basically, the key roles and principle of MAC are that it has centralized policy enforcement, which means that the access decisions are made by central authority so that the individual users cannot grant access permission to others, making it highly secured from leaking. And in addition, you can see in the slide that I include the clearance so that the role of it is to restrict individual users from gaining more information than they had, making the user's clearance level match with its resource classification. Next.
Next is the importance of mandatory access control. So, MAC is an important method of data access control. It is often used to protect information, which is, if compromised or lost, may cause damage to the organization. This information may be private information, sensitive information, confidential or restricted. The examples are trade secrets, blueprints, strategic or merger and acquisition plans, intellectual property, personally identifiable information or PII, financial information and transactions, protected health information, and customer information. Moving on, if control goes in the wrong hands, for instance, hackers or unauthorized users got access to this informations, to this sensitive information, so these types of information can cause financial or reputational harm to a business or government. That's why it is crucial to protect the information, to maintain its confidentiality, integrity, and availability, or also known as the CIA triad, and to ensure that only authorized users can access the information. So in short, this is very important. MAC is very important since it helps us to minimize the risks from any attackers or unauthorized users. Also for us to foster the CIA triad and simply to protect crucial information.
Now, I will discuss the advantages of mandatory access control, also known as MAC. which are high-level data protection, centralized information, and privacy. Next. First, high-level data protection. Most secure system among role, mandatory, and discretionary system. With Mac, one can be sure that their most confidential data is well protected and leaves no room for any leakage. To explain further, mandatory access control is the most secure data protection system because it enforces strict, centrally managed policies that prevent unauthorized access and data leakage. In Mac, both users and data are assigned security labels and access is granted only if the user's clearance matches the data's classification. Unlike discretionary access control, where owners can grant permissions or role-based access control, which relies on rules, Mac does not allow users to change access rights, eliminating risk of accidental or intentional leaks. This rigid, policy-driven approach ensures that even the most confidential data remains protected from insider threats and external breaches, making Mac ideal for highly sensitive environments like government and military systems. Second is centralized information. Once data is set in a category, it cannot be categorized by anyone other than the head administrator. This makes the whole system centralized and under the control of only one authority. When data is put into a category and only the head administrator can change or remove it, the systems become very centralized. This means that one person has full control over how data is organized and no one else can make changes. Because of this, the system is easier to manage and keep things consistent, but it also means that if the head administrator is busy or makes a mistake, changes can be slow or difficult. Other users have to wait for permission to make any updates, which can make the system less flexible. Overall, this setup puts all power in one person's hands to keep things organized and secure. Last one, privacy. Data is set manually by an administrator. No one, no other than admin can make changes in category or list of users' accesses to any category. It can be updated only by admin. The privacy settings for this system are strictly controlled and managed exclusively by an administrator to ensure the highest level of security and integrity. Only the administrator has the authority to manually set and modify data related to categories and the list of users who have access to each category.
Disadvantages of mandatory access control. First, we have the careful setting up process. Mac must be set up with good care, otherwise it will make working chaotic. It is because sometimes a piece of information needs to be shared among co-workers in the same organization, but Mac restricts anyone to do so. Next, the regular update required. It requires regular updating when new data is added or old data is deleted. The administration is required to put some consideration into the Mac system and ACL list now and then. Lastly, lack of flexibility. Mac system is not operationally flexible. It is not an easy task to initially input all data and create an ACL that won't create any trouble later. Mandatory Access Control, or MAC, while offering a robust structure of privacy and control, it is not that easy to manage. Its inflexible nature demands careful considerations whenever establishing the system. Otherwise, it could lead to a confusing mess in which data that needed to be shared between coworkers become impossible to do. It is neither flexible nor easy to manage. If an organization finds themselves constantly needing to check or change access control list (ACLs), the process could create simple but severe issues later on down the line. Mac system will require constant upkeep and administration to stay current with data changes that will keep your system functioning properly, which translate to more work, less efficiency.
Now let us discuss the application and examples of Mac. Mac is a security model that limits how data owners can manage access to their data. Unlike other models, Mac does not allow the owner to make decisions regarding who has access to sensitive information. Access permissions are defined by a central authority based on predetermined security policies. All access rights are governed by a central authority ensuring strict compliance with security protocols. And Mac is primarily used in environments where data sensitivity is utmost importance, like government and military. Agencies such as military employ Mac to secure classified information, and only personnel with the necessary security clearance can access top secret or confidential materials. This ensures that sensitive data critical to national security is protected from unauthorized access. Healthcare and finance. In sectors like healthcare and finance, MAC is important for securing personal information. Access to medical records or financial transactions is restricted to authorized personnel only. This helps prevent data breaches and protects the privacy of individuals' sensitive information. Next, safeguarding classified information. In government and military settings, MAC is important for controlling access to classified or sensitive information. It ensures that only individuals with the proper clearance can view or alter such data. Protecting financial data. Bank employ MAC to manage sensitive customer and financial records. It allows only authorized personnel to access or modify financial information, thereby preventing fraud. Security patient records. In the healthcare sector, MAC protects access to electronic health records and ensures patient privacy. It restricts unauthorized personnel from accessing sensitive medical data. Industrial control systems. It is important for critical infrastructure such as power plants and water treatment facilities. MAC helps to guard against cyber threats by limiting access to sensitive data within these systems. And last is the shared servers or workstations. In environments where multiple users access shared computing resources, MAC prevents interference. It ensures one user cannot access or tamper with another user's data, maintaining data integrity.
And lastly, this is our references. So this is the end of our discussion about the mandatory access control, or also known as MAC. Once again, we are group 1 presenting.